What's good, tiny people? Today, I'm gonna tell you guys how I stopped being so angry. It's a hard journey to go through from becoming someone who just gets pissed off as soon as something wrong happens to just simply caring less and less about the actions of others. Right? If you care too much about how other people behave and keep behaving, one day you're just gonna get hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt and boom. Depression, anxiety, like that Dochi song. It's really odd to think about anger as something else other than emotion, but it is in fact a way to channel our energy. And if we spend our precious anger verbally trying to express it to someone who's already made us mad, uh, it's like doing something that has no reason for no reason, which isn't gonna ever work. It's just not gonna work, is it? Like, let's imagine this. Let's just take ourselves as an example. Let's say you did something bad. Your intentions were good, but you ended up just making the other person mad, right? You might have said something because you thought it was funny. You might have said something to lighten up the mood or to just piss them off a little, but not too much. But turns out they were like, why'd you do that? Now, even if you've done something wrong, when the other person's just angry at you, you're gonna get overwhelmed, or you're gonna think this person is just mentally unwell, they have their own issues. Why would I listen to them or care about their opinions when I don't believe they're in the right state of mind? Or you're gonna get pissed off, leading to, you know, more irrational, angry convos. And what's that gonna amount to? Nothing. Nada. What I'm trying to say here is when we get angry at people and we verbally try to communicate it with wrath by screaming in their face or straight up just ignoring them or even just, passing sly comments here and there, it's not healthy for us because it makes you a negative person. It makes us a negative person. It makes us have less appeal. It makes us less desirable to be around. And in general, it just makes us miserable. And for the other person, as I explained, it's just gonna make you the villain, even when it was their actions that caused your reaction. See, we need to understand that not everyone is as rational and as moral as we are. And some people will think some things are okay. Some people will think they're like, no, what is this? This is a clear crime. Some people are going to think it's okay. And if that's their moral belief, there's no way your anger is going to convince them that their belief is wrong. It's only going to convince them that you are an angry person, right? And I really thought about this for a long time, right? I rarely get angry anymore. I mean, I get angry a lot, but it's very rare of me to lash out or just show it that I'm angry to someone. And even if I do, nowadays it's barely about 2 minutes of just verbal yap if I'm angry. And that's progress. It's not perfect, but it is progress. And you gotta realize that when you get angry at someone, it's unnecessary for you to think that they're gonna respond to it in a positive way. Right? Some people, you get angry at them, you show them how much shit hurt you, they'll be like, okay, I apologize. Is there anything I can do to make my mistake better? Is there anything I can do to fix it? I'll try my best to fix it. Some people, they're just gonna apologize for the time being. You're gonna feel good that, oh, they're sorry about their actions. That's amazing. Let me just go crawling back to the person who just disappointed me and got me angry by their stupid ass actions. And then you're gonna get hurt again. Now, what that does for you is it keeps you in a cycle, right? It keeps you in an unhealthy cycle of just being angry and then just being hurt again. And being happy, having fun, living in the moment, it just gets locked somewhere. And you maybe access it for about an hour a day. But most of the time, you're just gonna be pissed because when people apologize for something and don't actively work on fixing it, and you have to keep telling them that, please, it hurt me, this is hurting me, please stop it. When you have to keep on repeating, firstly, they're gonna be annoyed, right? They're gonna be like, oh, why is this person just keep on annoying me? They're so annoying. Why do they keep talking about the same thing? We've talked about this 1,000 times. They'll never think that, oh, we've talked about it so much and it's still bothering them. Is there something I could do to make it better? Is there something I should change? Is there something I should improve? Is this something I really need to find out how to take care of this person about because they're so sensitive about this topic? Rarely, right? Rarely they'll think this. They might care for you, they might love you, but people don't think a lot. People don't think a lot. End of discussion. And people, if they do think a lot, it's either study related, work related, or just something that they actually find important or find worthy. If someone doesn't find you worthy enough, they're not gonna care enough. Okay. If you are if you aren't a big priority, as big a priority for them as they are to you, then one person's always gonna be ahead in that bond, in that relationship, and then you're both gonna get hurt because someone was lagging behind and someone was way far ahead. And that bond does get separated. One gets stuck questioning the potential, and the other is stuck hating themselves. And it could be either of the people. But in the end, what we got to is anger is bad, showing your anger is worse, and showing your anger to people who don't respond to it well is just hitting your head against a wall for no reason. It's gonna end up killing you someday. And when you die, it's not gonna be like a calm death. It's gonna be like, this person was so negative. I'm so glad they're out of my life. I hate them. This person, he just kept being angry and kept shouting and saying all those bad words, cussing at me. Oh my god, I'm glad they're gone. And even though you did care about that person, even though you loved them with all your heart, whatever it could be, if the person doesn't even know that or doesn't believe it, then it's like you did all of this and you gave them so much, but neither did they care about receiving something from you, neither did they want to, and they won't ever again, and they'll never realize it again. And it was just a huge waste of your time, your energy, your soul, all because you didn't take a step back when you were angry and think that there could be a different way I can deal with this. Let me just go away for a while. Let me get my thoughts right. Let me articulate my sentences in a way that the other person is going to understand. And let me test if the other person does actually reciprocate the love, care, the affection after I've conveyed what has hurt me. And let me see if they can do anything to fix it. If they don't, then you have your answer to whether if this person is even worth it to stay in your life, right? Because your life is valuable. Everyone's life is valuable. Everyone's life has preferences. Everyone's time is valuable. The worst crime a person can do is to go into someone else's life for their own fun, for their own sake, for their own selfish purposes, occupy it, then pretend like they were always meant to be a part of their life, and then leave when shit gets hard, then leave when shit isn't just all fun and games, and then you just be like, oh, I never wanted this life, I never wanted to be in your life, I just like the attention and the fun we had, so that's why I stayed with you, but really I don't even want you in my life. and that's gonna give the other person so much trauma. It's gonna haunt them, literally haunt them, right? Because this shit's happened with me, and I get dreams and stuff about the person who did this, like every night almost, and I power through it, right? I don't let it affect me as much as it did a few months ago. And like by now you already know that I'm speaking most of this shit from experience and from trauma, but it's real. It's what happened. And now that I've stopped being angry, I've realized that I've stopped caring much about the actions of other people. Because look, you can't control the world. Other people are always going to disappoint you if you expect them to do exactly what you would have done if you were in the situation they're in. They're not you. Their parents didn't treat you like your parents treated you. Their friends didn't teach them the values your friends taught you. They didn't look up YouTube videos on how to better themselves. They didn't try essentially to work on themselves. All they did was different than what all you did. So what they think, what they believe is always going to be different than what you think and you believe. And like only God knows who's right, right? I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect on planet Earth, right? Nobody's perfect. There's a saying that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future, right? We can all change. We maybe have changed. I've done dog shit things in my life, and maybe I've, gotten. Maybe karma caught up to me. I guess maybe it'll catch up to them, but it's none of our business. It's none of our business what happens to other people. It's not our business to change other people. It's not our business to take care of other people. It's not. It's really not. Okay. And if you think that it is your duty to heal someone's wounds, to tie a knot on someone's scars, on someone's wounds, it's just not. It's not. Okay. And it's not someone else's job to 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 fix you, right? It's not someone else's job to fix you. If you have that much free time, go do something better with your own life. Have hobbies, get a job. Do not spend so much time on a person when you can never know if this person is worth it, if this person's even gonna improve. Because guess what happens after you get out of their life? This person will go back to the same people, to the same habits, to the same behavior. And who's gonna be left hurt that they couldn't make an impact, that they couldn't help someone? Who's gonna be hurt, man? Who's gonna be hurt? It's you, Pookie Bear. And your anger may have been justified, it may have been correct even, but are we really gonna spend our time on people who aren't worth it, on people who don't think you're worth it? When people don't see your value, they're not gonna care. They're just not gonna care. And your value isn't determined by your own value. It's determined by their perception and how much they value your values. And this isn't something that's just coming out of my head straight up. This is what I've researched on, I've thought on for hours, for days. Alright? And I get these answers and they're really complex to explain. But I try my best to explain this stuff, right? And I hope all of us can someday find the people who will care about us. I hope all of us can relieve ourselves from the pain that is anger. And I hope all of us can improve together, make the world a better place, spread the word of God, and let light shine through the cracks that are within us. Good evening.